For make salon, make we live in peace. If we make salon, that's a good day for we. No place like home, no place like salon. Green, white, and blue, make we raise them up. Let we make salon, let we not boy salon. And that we love and want you alone. When they say water, you say for growing back. And inside you they give peace a chance. Then we make salon, anything you do, give peace a chance. Then we make salon, and inside you go.
Right. Welcome to this program again. This now the program Building New Hope. Today again, we start to make sense of the vision of New Hope. We lead in flag bearer aspirant winner Dr. Kaifala Marah'S been put forward, and then make we not forget say we in this program choose for support Dr. Kaifala Marah'S because so far he don't distinguish himself from the lot, from the rest of in colleagues them way say they want to be flag bearer of the APC and then be president of this country. We always done they say leadership not all one way we compromise in the sense I no need for support you because you know my brother. I also no need for support you because me and you they talk the same language or come on the same village or come on the same region or the same district. I for support you if you get what it take and what you are look for in a leader. And one critical thing we always don't emphasize in this program is that leadership is about influence, is about clear vision. When you want for lead, tell the people what in a vision, what in a plan for the people. Unfortunately, among a lot, we not get no one may get a guiding policy amongst them where they say this is the way I want to go, this is my vision. So Dr. Mara don't distinguish himself clearly that he means serious and he means business. And that is the reason why wetin they do na a novelty, wetin they do completely different from wetin the other people they do. Other people then bank on tribe for make their way into power. Other people they bank on say I don't deny for centuries. So it's my turn. Dr. Mara can just 14 years ago, we be non denier. So now we forget her. You have those who are having that mentality. And these are people we believe say somebody don't stay in a party for over 14 years, it don't impact the party, then go still see them as new person. You have those people who has got that mindset. And this is about this country. Leadership is not child's play. That is why when we start this program, we try for profile all the other people that we see they want. We don't do it maliciously, because personally, we too will gain out of malicious attack for against somebody. No, we are doing this, for God and country, and we will approach them with decency. Nobody no go for humiliate anybody, but the fact we go for state am. And waiting at the fact, a fact now that there are certain candidates we say they want. If at all not on, petty sentiments, they actually must say they not get what it take for, for rule this country. This is a job. And then we really in the professional field, we know say when you dey apply for a job, you dey look at within the job description, state, and then you watch your track record and see if you fit in before you tender your application. Because if not, if you just apply, say they're not even shortlist you. So if me na me the shortlist, people always say I want for be flag bearer and the APC party. Clearly, Bokumande and an shortlist you because your career, your track record, how you don't dey conduct yourself over the years no match to the job description. And when we start this program, clearly we state few things we will not say na that kind president wey we want to see after 2028. The president we want to see after 2028, we want to see a president wey get an understanding of international relations. Outside the country dey now so we get bad name. And the kind bad name wey we get, we need somebody wey solid, wey know diplomacy for able to rebrand the country. I mean, wetin dis go cause? E go cause a whole lot of development partners na dis country wey go come for invest, wey go also come for development purposes. We go come for partner with government, for fund government, for embark on development aspirations. So if you have a country that is branded as a narcotic state, you have a whole lot to do. So most of these guys that are parading around that they want to be flag bearer, you look at them, they don't even know wetin na diplomacy. They don't even know wetin na diplomacy. They don't even know how you for carry yourself for be a career diplomat. And the person we put forward, wey we try for showcase when na Dr. Kaifala Marah'S get wetin e take, because e not only gets a degree in international relations, e don be the country in number one diplomat, somebody wey don dey as the face of this country as foreign affairs minister. So with that experience, both in education and both in experience, e dey able for do the needful for rebrand this country. Mind you, we dey do this for God and country. Majority of us are young people, and we want a country outside of Sierra Leone wey we go be proud of, not a country wey dem go regard as a narcotic state, not a country wey dem go regard as a country wherein you will have what this thing wey the first lady Fatima Biobi dey push, say hands off our girls, dem go brand we as rapist. We have to rebrand that, not to a country where everybody believes say the economy is so rubbish that I don't even need for can invest. Because in international business, me dey teach international economics. One thing wey go drive investors for can invest na the fact that the climate available. What I mean by this, the environment friendly, right? The environment friendly. But a country wey dem don brand as a narcotic state, everybody knows say no to environmentally friendly. A country wey dem don brand as a country wherein you have rapists all over the place wey dey rape pikin dem, no to a country wey fine for invest. So with Dr. Mara, the experience wey he gets as a country in diplomat and even backed up with in education in BA degree in international relations, we're able to restore the dignity in the world. That is one of the reasons why make we choose him. And the president will want to see after 2028. Now that president will get know-how for able for positions alone internationally and give back the respect and dignity we will get over the years. Aside that, we will look at also a president will get what it take for able for bring um, for manage the economy, we will make will attract investors, the way we lead we forget, um, higher GDP, and then standard of living eventually go increase, and then jobs then go day, investors then go come and then they invest. We want somebody we know what it take for able for manage a crisis economy. Meaning currently within an economy where now a depressed economy. Now we don't discuss and not to one, not to twice. All this week we don't dey discuss and we don't bring facts and figures and data for sure say the the economy depressed. And you need somebody wey for can elevate we from this depression. And because the economy depressed, wetin dey happen? Businesses then they close down on a daily basis. And on the flip side of things, you therefore also watch the amount of young people wey dey come out of universities. We now get job. And when you come out of university, your expectation are that at least you forget job. And then if you venture for going into entrepreneurship, the incentives not they will encourage you for going into entrepreneurship. One, you know get funding no dey for that. The Source of finance wey dey for entrepreneurship e close. No to everybody get access to am. Government put in Munafa fund. Unfortunately, e no dey benefit the layman. Na people wey na party card carriers na dem dey recommend, whose honourable recommend, whose party agent recommend, whose minister recommend, and dem dey get am. The people wey need am, dem no dey get am. But under Dr. Mara, we know say e bin get, the skills development fund and all of these, wey na initiative for be able for support entrepreneurship in a way. So this is a problem, and when you have an economy where majority of the people of the youth are unemployed, na a fragile state, na fragility dey, e dey lead to fragility. Because a hungry man is an angry man. Somebody wey angry, you no go expect say you no go jump into something wey na bad o. That is the more reason why you dey find out say people wey get BA degrees and they all over the place, they no get jobs, and then they go into them substance abuse, narcotics, there wey dey count, all kind of rubbish they carry it, this kush and zombie drug and all of these within the country. And when they bring them, it dey destroy we youth and it dey also destroy the future of this country. Let me not forget say the youths are the future of this country. So if you don't look after the youth, prepare them. The day wey you no go dey, how the country will be. That is why over and over we call on the leadership of the APC party, especially those overfed politicians. They've been there from the days of Metisula, and they still don't want to do the right thing because they believe say wetin dem want na im for happen. Things will go by their own myopic and then their own sentiment. This is not about you. For God and country, sit down and think and do the right thing. I don't need for like Dr. Mara. I just need for like wetin he dey do. So you as an APC delegate, you no need for like you no need for be related with am. Una no need for comot Kamakwero. Una no need for comot Bombale. Una no need for comot Poloko. Una no need for beating me. Look at wetin the man possess. Look at his skill set and match am to the job description we dey. Look at him track record and match am to the job description we dey. Look at something what we call pedigree and match am to presidency. And you will come out to the conclusion say this is the way to go. Therefore, do this thing, devolve of sentiment. Let somebody wetin e dey do forget about whether e like you or e no like you, or una tuna fumble or una tuna to fumble. You have to do this for God and country. Everybody in the APC knows that if Dr. Mara be president, he has what it takes to rebrand this country and to fix the economy. And what else do you want in a leader? Whereas the other guys are there, we are not reducing them. We are not saying they are empty vessels. They have some things to bring. They will have definitely some value to bring to the table. That is why we approach this aspect of politics with decency. With decency. That let them come together and then support Dr. Mara and then go form part of the cabinet. Some of you therefore lead that campaign. That the first people who will think of for employment purposes could be these people that contested along with Dr. Mara. Because we want sanity. We want everybody to be involved. We don't want for leave anybody behind. We also want to ensure say nobody no lose. That should be the dream. That should be the focus. We don't need for be related to Dr. Mara. I'm personally not related to Dr. Mara. Mina Kamara, Ina Mara, and then as I didn't also Mina four tribe in one because I divided, I mixed. So there is no way we get any family relation. But I like what he did do. I don't need for being family. We all no need for come on the same village. I need for do waiting right. And waiting right, nine. Every candidate who we don't profile, we realize say they all get deficit. And him become a niche, him become outstanding candidates, we get all what he take. If we are not tribal and we are not sentimental, I see no reason why we need for people to move forward. Because he has taken all the box, all the checkbox, he don't tick all. You think of pedigree, you get them. You think of integrity, he gets it. You think of connection internationally, he has it. You think of inexperience locally, he gets more than enough. Every sensitive position in this country, whether a chief minister position, whether a ministry of finance, whether a ministry of foreign affairs, whether a governor of the central bank, hmm, he don't hold all them positions there. And them positions there, they are them very much critical in the economy. The Ministry of Finance, of course, now then they superintend over the fiscal policy. And the fiscal policy, now they generate the budget. And when they generate the budget, now the number one policy in the state, him being an economic policy expert, that was why an Escomano be make no mistake for making a minister of finance. Because in education perfectly match. In education and that of in experience perfectly match the job of Minister of Finance and Economic Development. He performed in that role for 4 years, almost 4 years. Then they make him the longest serving Minister of Finance under the Anes Olma regime. Okay, because you have four ministers of finance under that regime. You have Kiru, you have Dr. Samura Kamara, you have Dr. Kaifala Marah'S, you have Minister Mudu Kabu. These four people served as ministers of finance under Amin and Espai Kuruma. But under this regime, Dr. Mara have been the longest serving. What in they tell you? If keep somebody, if somebody they perform any keep along a job, anybody will see it perform, pick up a job of a minister of finance and he serve there for long. It tells you in what they plan, it tells you they deliver, and that was why the outcomes were there. They are visible. Salon was the fastest growing economy under his watch. You can say other ministers contributed. Of course, we agree to that argument. But the bulk goes to him. The bulk of the credit goes to Dr. Mala. So we needed a president after 2028 who has the experience to be able to manage the economy, especially a fragile economy. We want a minister a president after 2028 who has what it takes to heal this country. More than ever before, we all know say the country don't become divided. We are so polarized. We are so polarized as a country that we are more or less divided in the middle. And this is not good for development. It is not good for development because in a house divided against itself will fall. And we are a small nation, very, very small country. If you want to travel the length and breadth of this country, within 24 hours, if you have a good vehicle, you can travel the entire country within 24 hours. If you want to come on go Moyamba from Moyamba, of course, now one way. From Freetown, if you want to go to the southeast, you go Moyamba, you clock in about, you go, you can't go, you go Kenema, you go Pujon, you go Kailan. You for do that in one day. And then if you want to go to the north, you can come up corner and then you go Faraba, you camp in Abibu, from there camp on Bali, you go Karena, you go Poloko, you go Cambia in one day. Salon so small. So I see no reason why we for the entertain tribal sentiments, and then basic things and the way get for do, we will divide with the more. With Dr. Mara, because of in strength, geopolitical wise, he came for cement that problem the way we get. Came for cement that problem there. What's in the problem we get? The problem of division, the problem of polarization, the problem of Southeast versus Northwest. So, gentlemen and ladies, members of the All People's Congress, comrades all, we have to be serious about who becomes our president after 2028. We have to be serious about that. Now, we have profiled all candidates. Last week, we were able to profile Dr. Mara, how putting in strength geopolitically, we try for ascertain how connected he is to all the four corners of this country. Born in the east, married from the south, parents from the north, staying in the west, shows he's an all-rounder. Now all rounder, all over, he is connected to everyone. I mean, state this same. The Easterners will say this is our son, and then I also stated that the Southerners will say this is our Demir, our in-law. The Northerners will say, of course, he's a Northerner with the king, we are brothers. And then the Southerners, the Westerners will say he lives with us and he stays with us. And with him as president, no region will be left out. Don't forget, the Sustainable Development Goals call for what? The aspect that has to do with leaving no one behind. So Dr. Mara's mission basically is one that has to do with complementing all regions, bringing everybody on board. And he has that ability. Even in temperament, he is cool, he is calm, and he is somebody who is not petty. You need somebody like that. You need a president like that. All of these are in just one candidate, and then you want to trivialize that candidate. No, we no agree. And that is the reason why this program is coming on every Saturday to educate, to conscientize our people, so that when the time comes to make decision, we will do the right thing. That is the reason why we are in this for God and country. Because we've seen how politicians, through subterfuge means, are now what? Conning, the right word I want for use. Conning our electorate. Why? Because with no disrespect to our people are poor. And because our people are poor, even to be able to think about sustainability is difficult, right? You know, say this person angry, and now you come, even when you know, say you don't get the capacity, you don't even know how government they run, but you can't be say you want to be flag bearer and eventually be president. And for be a president, you are seeking for the highest job in the land. What value will you bring to the table? This is so critical. What value are you bringing to the table? It's not about you going to share 1 million, buy motokaso, donate to this. No, 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 no. That is what we call dead aid. It is dead aid. Because you yourself know say you know get wetin it take for able for solve the people them problem. But you are there to confuse them the more. You are there because you want to use your money to have power, and then after having the power, you recoup what you invest. How this country will go before. So we don't talk to the people and we'll continue to talk to the people. When we look out for candidates, not look out for candidates we get deep pocket. The argument for say person wey get money, I mean, wey can no go thief you. No, na lie talk that one day. A thief is always a thief. And we as economists believe the human needs and wants, they're insatiable, they are unlimited. Today you go dream say na motoka you want. When you get the motoka, the next way they come on board, now house. When you get house, na woman, na picking there. So the needs are not end. So let nobody no can tell you say because that person get money, we kind of government, they not get for TV. No, no. They are political entrepreneurs. You know how stupid for kind spending money for get power at the end of the day in money goes to one thing. That is just one side of the story. What about him being an empty vessel? We don't get any value for rain. But just because he using money for getting himself to that power, or he use other means like tribal means or regional means, he play the tribal card and he get himself into that power. And at the end of the day, you're not able to impact lives. And why are we in this as politicians? Why are we in this as politicians? Why are we in this as politicians? You know, in public policy, we get what we call the concept of the police. This is my own professor who teach me public policy. I mean, Joseph Amami way. Teach me this. When you do policy, if you do for the general good, and that is why when Dr. Malaka say one could become a flag bearer of the APC, it puts together a manifesto, if not manifesto or in vision. A leader forgets a clear vision. Not just they lead from the dark. You have to lead in the open so that people know what you want to the kind of change, the theory of change, where you want to bring. What is the theory of change we want to bring? Whose mantra they campaign on? It's very much important for be able for check them candidates there where they come forward and put themselves forward, say, I want for be flag bearer. Our brother we serve as Minister of Youth for 1 year, 8 months, not even 2 years, is running for be flag bearer. What is the experience? Not rich. What is the education? Not rich. What is the international connection? Not rich. How can we in turn just say this person here so again flag bearer when we know very well say e no get wetin e take for match the job description? That is biasness. That means we've not been true to ourselves and to the country. So tomorrow you get for also understand say you get for die. Because most of these people who are decision makers, they are what? Overfed. Than the right word I will use. Overfed politicians. Then don't enjoy the better parts of this country. Now they don't enjoy am. The part of the country we left now one way, full with chaos, full with division, polarization, full with job no day, sicknesses, ups and downs, all kinds of trouble. Now the part of the country don't left so now. These overfed politicians are the politicians. We don't enjoy the better part of this country, but up till now they are in strategic position, not wanting to give way. Still thinking and then for call the shot. Well, in change management, you know they I mean change people brutally. You know they bring about a change brutally. We get from negotiator. What is this negotiation? We're saying, please, we are not against you. We are not against you because you are in charge or because you've got all of this experience. You've been an APC person from time immemorial for over 100 years, for over donkey years. We're saying for God and country, check yourself, even watch your life. You are already an overfed politician, an octogenarian who have served for over, who have lived his life, the better part of his life. What he left now around. Some man not get 5 years again. Watch out the health. Some man, even if you live 5 years, the sense not come better again. Now you picking them decision. Now you pick the decision where they make now for you picking them tomorrow. The decision where they make now for you great than picking them tomorrow. So you have to think of that and do the right thing. You know, go for fella, you petty indifferences where you get against person. Say for example, an not like A or an not like super. Not to everybody you like. And I don't emphasize this. I don't need for like waiting Dr. Mara. I don't need for like Dr. Mara as an individual. I just need for follow what they do and like what they do. Because I'm not saying that the best way forward. I don't cite this when Singapore be want to move from a lower level income to middle level income and to also a developed nation. They did one thing, they were serious about it. We have to bring in the best brains forward. The leader when them get there, they call and Lee Kuan Yew. And Lee Kuan Yew lead that process. Now that we are in this crossroad as a country, we have a duty to fulfill for our children and great grandchildren so that we will live a fulfilled life. Even when the APC can apply, if we are not part of that cabinet, you will be in that corner and say, I made the right decision. Think about this. Think deeply about this one. Check all the candidates there and see who side this program lie. We've profiled all the candidates. None know as experienced as Dr. Mara. None know as, perfectly aligned to the job of a presidency than Dr. Mara. None more internationally connected than Dr. Mara. None more get the ability to manage a crisis economy than Dr. Mara. None more able to get the ability for heal this nation together than Dr. Mara. What else do you want? Why can't we go for this man? His record is clean. Among the lot where them branded as corrupt, he went to the courts and get himself exonerated from the crime in what from the crime and leveled against him. Then say he was corrupt because he gave a bailout to two financial institutions, the Saloon Commercial Bank and the Local Commercial Bank, as Minister of Finance. He said, yes, I did that because I knew these banks will fall. We need to support them. He not take this money, put in a pocket. Then go to the court for that. He not go argue. He not go find ventriloquist for campus, for amicus, or go against the system. He's very intelligent and decent. He said, this is what you said, no problem. Let her go and go get himself exonerated. He went to the court, he subjected himself to everything that was stated. A good thing lawyer. The defender at the end of the day, they exonerate and say, we just take sin on this man. What did he do? I mean, the best thing. Now look at these two banks. They are doing extremely well. Then they support governments in fundraising, in revenue generation as well. So instead of we gave him a pat in the back, we took him to the what? To the slaughtering house for go slaughter. He went there, hands up, and he said, this is the rationale behind the decision we took. He explained himself, no co will not come in my pocket. I did this for God and country. The judge and the people around, no matter how determined they were to crush him, they realized that this man is clean. This man is genuine. And then they exonerated him from all of that mess. That tells you how clean he was. Now you tell me, amongst this lot, who don't aim for who first, for who clear a name. Now few. And most of those one we don't go for who clear the name, they all get, shadow around them. Dr. Mara is one way do that. So you don't get anything where you say, this man no get. So we are now coming to the vision of New Hope put forward. On the 10th of June, July, a town hall meeting. In this town hall meeting, he engaged with the working class, the professionals. We directly involved in the economy. Where they feel the pinch, we know the damage with the economy don't cause to them. And then he put forward a manifesto we call our vision of New Hope. In this vision, it tried for hammer home not only the problems with the economy they face, but it bring in possible solution. And in this vision today, we will look at 10 guiding principles where Dr. Mara believes say, now then principle here you need for be able to position the economy well. One, he said the first thing is heal and unite the country first with utmost urgency. Two, discipline and compassionate leadership. Three, performance-oriented governance. Four, private sector-led growth. Five, lay a foundation for socio-economic rights. Six, commitment to social reform agenda. Seven, be as disciplined as we are devout. Eight, gendered governance. Nine, foster a skill of oriented generation for wealth creation. And 10, demonstrable change. These are the 10 principles where Dr. Mara captured inside the vision of New Hope. We can't use this time we left because this is an extraction from the vision of New Hope. It gets a whole lot. This document is rich. Mind you, Dr. Mara gets the experience for policy and what thing need for be done for position the economy. Also, not forget to say this was the man who authored the agenda for prosperity. And when you put together a document, a policy such as that one, you know, they only look at what's obtainable. Now you country, you go far and beyond. So, for example, what I mean, If you look at the agenda for prosperity way Dr. Malawi put way author, and then you watch at the sustainable development goals, you will see say now a complete, I mean, alignment. Now a complete alignment. That is how policies are made. You have to get what we call policy coherence in the governance of your economy. Unfortunately, this government not get policy coherence. One policy they go Kamakuri Road, another policy they go Kabbalah. What do I mean by this? They will have one policy to say we don't put tax on all imported goods, forgetting to note that the staple food in the country is import driven. It's import driven. When you do that, they automatically waiting they happen. The businessman not get for loss. So what you put the tax rate, put we charge to that good the way in the carry, they pull am from the citizen. How do people know what to excruciating hardship? This is exactly what this government they do. No policy coherence. And because policy coherence not dey, if even you study the tax regime from where they come, you dey see how things they flip flop. You know, you dey see how things they flip flop. So because policy coherence no dey, that is one reason where then they get this kind go out of the country. Everybody get right. Everybody they just table a policy and then it pass through. They need to look at whether it align. Dr. Mara has this experience because he's been at the global stage. Very experienced, supporting over 54 countries with their budget, their public finance management arrangements, even advising our then Minister of Finance in Sierra Leone, because we form part of the Commonwealth. So this is the experience we Dr. Mara bring forward. That is why in Envision, he already has a mindset so rich with the problems of this country, a mindset we understand the problem of this country. So because he already understand the problem statement, he designed this in vision. And this vision he call a vision of new hope. A publication where he do in 2022 for middle of 2023. Out of this vision of new hope, it gets 10 guiding principles. And these 10 guiding principles, one, is say heal and unite the country first with utmost urgency. Why this important? You know, when they talk about development, we know that's what they crave for, we all. And know they come inside peace absent. We also know they come inside the peace threatened. No. Salon peace is threatened. Because over and over again, we don't say in this country that now this program that this country gets problem and the problem we get now. We're not going to say that now it starts. Not to under Mother Bio in presidency, the issue of division starts. And we'll go for be honest with them. But fact remain is now under Mother Bio in government, in regime, the thing don't take, a different toll altogether. What thing that is different? It don't pass mark. The issue uh, the issue of regionalism, tribalism, and then myopic sentiment that we can put forward. Now, under Mother Bio in regime, this thing don't become so rampant. So under Dr. Marine agenda, they say heal and unite the country first with utmost urgency. Utmost urgency because it's a priority. It's a priority. We have to be free. We need to give job to people who qualify for them, not on the basis of sentiment. Because me and you now we come out now the same party, or me and you now the same family, or now we're all on the same tribe, or now the same region we come out. No. Let us borrow a leaf from Singapore. Lee Kuan Yew says what? The best brain leads. The best brain leads. So it doesn't matter whether you are from Fula, Kuranko, Madingo, Kono, or any other minority group, as long as you get what it take for put to the table, you can able for heal this country. Dr. Mara get that capability there because we don't state up, say, even in you make up how connected he is to this country, no other politician not connected to. No. Somebody can dey a born at the east, in people in common at the north in Koinadugu and Falaba district to be precise, and then a married at the south, in the live at the west. Who's politician among these lots we say they want? We get this kind, blessing. So with him, we can able for heal and unite the country with utmost urgency. This country, make I make this very clear. There is no way we were able to drive anybody. Hey, we need drive Flaman, we need drive Krankoman, we need drive Manigoman, we need drive Konoman, we need drive Dankisi, we need drive Minde, we need drive Limba, we need drive Timini, we need drive Suzu, we need drive Loco, we need drive Creole. Yeah, we all for coexist. Nobody in Papa not to get this country. Now we all get here. So it's a matter of most that we for coexist. Anything way for divide we're not going for that. We're not ready for that. No, we're not ready for that. And the other one that he put forward is a discipline and compassionate leadership. If you want for um, bring about change, you have to be disciplined. And Dr. Mara's track record clearly states that if you want to begin and come fine, now you force for demonstrate, discipline. But if you dey cause all kind cause, you dey list all kind bad audio there. We get mommy cause there, we get them bad invectives inside before you picking them. You dey drink rum till you carry for the one of them. You know there's not expect say better go follow the picking them. Because already you know live by example. When Dr. Mara been there in government, in peers in government, get one thing for us say this guy is disciplined. Mind you, somebody left 6 o'clock for going to office. There was a time where I asked her, I said, why you dey do that? You don't think say you dey endanger yourself? He said, no, you got to respect this country, the taxpayers are winning the money and they take for pay. He said the time when the taxpayers then they in traffic, and they tell you say they go join them traffic, that way they pay you. So no, it's a disrespect to them. So that is why every time 6 o'clock, 6:30, then in office, 7 o'clock, then now it don't start in job. Whose public person and they will don't get among these lots, we get that quality there. Who's one? And now let's talk about compassion, compassionate leadership. Dr. Mara, when he come, for let's Kabbalah get the best roles, now be in foundation. Not only because he was Minister of Finance, and not only because the contractor was from Kabbalah. It was because when he came, he realized the road not in Kabbalah. The man used in gratuity, in severance, what in severance, in benefit when them pay am from the Commonwealth, we formally cancel for Kawo, buy machine them for do roads. All over, do over 80-kilometer roads. Split all the Kabbalah township roads there. And make sure they position the road, the Kabbalah town for a situation where go be swift for any contractor who come for can do any other road. He did that. It's a show of compassion. What about the Musubanki microfinance project where he gets? Not a microcredit too. Because microcredit, I will credit, give me the benefit, give me the what? The I take my money, I take the interest. No. This is microfinance. It supports rural farmers, women them basically, with what? Seed capital for going into business. And when they go do this business, then they fix their own ceiling and then they get their own interest rate. At the end of the month or at the end of the year, the interest rate they get that, then they share them back among themselves. That shows how compassionate he is. What about the APC party office in Nakabala? Was it not a compassionate? We don't let APC people in Nakabala. Would have been think of that? Nobody. Inca is say, "Oh no, this kind party office for also a minister of finance come also me comot, and I want for support this party. I no go. I want for leave this party. I no go want this kind party office." Today we have the finest political party office in the country. Go and check it. Now, Indua, it's a compassionate and disciplined leadership. So, discipline and compassionate leadership is one principle where Dr. Mara believes say came for move this country forward. And he already don't lead, he don't start for showcase discipline and compassionate leadership. And also the third one is a performance-oriented governance. Performance-oriented governance. Mind you, now during this man in term we get to called performance-based financing. Meaning every performance being get every senior citizen in this country, when Dr. Maraka as chief of staff, been they sign contracts, all public I mean public servants. They all sign ministers, head of MDS departments and agencies, they all can sign, I mean, performance appraisal. It's an example of performance-oriented governance. So Dr. Mara is nobody will not understand the issue. He understands say from who this country Sierra Leoneans, we this country, we not discipline one. And because we not discipline, that is why we are having this problem. This it takes discipline for able to go forward. Many people will tell you say socialism, communism far better than democracy. Why? Because under socialism and communism, what did they happen? It is what? It is about discipline. It is about discipline. But under democracy, they lay back everybody. But under Dr. Mara, no. Already the man don't tell you say you know everybody knows say he's performance oriented. Even we were there around that. If you give this performance, it put you on the tools for ensure say you give this duty for do, it put you on the tools for make sure say you effectuate until the later. You know one story. That is how discipline is. So people will get issue against them now because they are used to what this layback, this freestyle, everything, no hard work, enjoy everything free. I mean, at the expense of the populace, the people that really suffer out there. So Dr. Mara said no. And that is the reason some of these guys are having problem with him because he is disciplined, he is honest, and he's a man of his word, full of integrity. When he says that this I want to do, now I do. So he captured that aspect, the inside in vision of New Hope. Then also you get what to call the private sector led growth. This area now like the more because we as economists, there are the popular economists then, what they call the neoclassical economists. These neoclassical economists were mainly these two financial institutions will get the World Bank, where they support infrastructure programs, development across the globe, and then the IMF, where they support monetary policy and I mean budget support to budgetary support to developing countries. And they're all neoclassical mindsets they get. That is why, let me give you a background of this. Before now, we've been getting to call the structural adjustment program of the World Bank. This structural adjustment program, now program will be put forward for ensure say we force government then for pull up and doing business. That was why when under the structural adjustment program, you see government stop for put up and putting, then privatize, major the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, Local Commercial Bank, some part of the port, other institutions. The reason for this is because government knows that government is do business. And also, neoclassical economists they believe say no country know the way they aim for employ 20% of in populace. The bulk of the employment now the private sector they come out. So the best way for do is we call them in the invisible hand of the economy. We they stay back, create the level playing field, the private sector they compete amongst themselves, and then what's in the happen? Price they naturally fix. I mean, you pull them, I mean market inefficiencies then. You ensure that you monitor the economy. Any sales and market inefficiency clear up so that the private sector then they will meet and compete amongst themselves. That is how prices they fix in the candle naturally, because that is what they believed. So the aspect of private sector led growth, it tells you Dr. Mara knows say the jobs are not going to be government jobs. They are going to be jobs that are available in the private sector. So if you not encourage the private sector, I mean, jobs will not be there. This is a leader who knows the issue. And a good leader is somebody who sabi the issue, who sabi the way, and who sabi how to go and solve the problem. That is Dr. Mara. He knows that employment is coming through the private sector. It's not coming through government. Oh. And that is why this government they fail. They now encourage the private sector for boom. What thing they do, then go after people and sack people and create room for people for count their own people. Well, how many of the people when I say people they employ? If you take a statistics, I don't know if you say they reach 1,000. No. So what about the millions where they out there we not vote for? We vote for SL people, but they're not even. Some don't cause an area, don't make enemy with a neighbor. At the end of the day, the SL people don't kind of power. They're not even for help. Why? Because the jobs are not in government. You have to create the enabling environment so that the private sector can create the jobs, because that is where the jobs are. When Dr. Mara and Anes Kuroma they made in power, you see what happened. There was a boom in private sector. Africa Minerals, London Mining, Sarah Rutile, all these mining farms were doing extremely well because the incentive for them to do this was there. So private sector led growth is one that is very much paramount. And that is why Dr. Mara been creating what we call the public-private partnership when he been there as head of State House. A unit where they for able for bringing the private sector and the state for able for see things in one direction, in oneness, and then forge away for development purposes. So that is the way to go. Also, they talk about lay a foundation for socio-economic rights. What are these socio-economic rights? Every human being gets what we call the basic necessities of life. These basic necessities of life, they are ones that you cannot in any way, compromise. The ability for food, for clothes, yes, for clothes yourself, for shelter, for food. These are basic rights. So we have to lay the foundation for a socio-economic rights. These rights are fundamental for human beings, the basic necessities of life. So under the guiding principles of Dr. Mara, you have this aspect that has to say we have to lay a foundation for socio-economic rights. And six, he says commitment to a school reform agenda, to a social reform agenda. Social reform agenda. Me na economic sustainability expert. If you look, you go na the north, a whole lot of deforestation don't take place. Take for example Bombali. Bombali is hot as ever before because we don't succeed for make sure say we deforest. That is one thing that has that we have to look into under this social reform agenda. What about toilet system? Now the cities. I tell you, if you go to PZ and Rumbele there is no public toilet for you pass you great. Dr. Mara brings this to the table as another, this is not the era of sustainability. There's a guy called Jeffrey Sachs. Jeffrey Sachs, he writes a book we call The Age of Sustainability. Jeffrey Sachs, if you go read that book, Dr. Mara is drawing this from that. We have to look at what? The social reform agenda. Reforestation rather than afforestation. Basic social amenities, toilet, water, and all of these must be available for our people. And then be as disciplined as we are devout. Salona is a devout Muslim and Christian state. We dey pray past anything in the world. We have to ensure we bring this kind of discipline we get for religion in the management of the natural resources and in government. That is Dr. Mara's position. Gendered government. It's no mistake Sierra Leone is patriarchal society wherein with the boom with the woman everything by man. A man then dey before for all thing. But knowing Dr. Mara, we get three girl picking only one man, he knows that if he not fix this, it will affect him girl picking tomorrow. So every policy will have to have a gender lens. Everything where government they do, leave no one behind is what? Is the carve word, the phrase. You not leave anybody behind. So gender sensitivity go dey by all policy under Dr. Mara. We dey look at every aspect with a gender lens. Employment wise, we dey look at the gender lens. Foster a skill of oriented generation for wealth creation. When e bin dey, you get the skills development fund. That is the only way you can be able to have a skill oriented generation for wealth creation. Mind you, no workman no dey wey dey become gentry except if na thief man na office. But if na bia salary you dey get, you no dey gentry you. Who say you go buy motoka? Who say you go be loose? Pass you thief. So that is why some of us we no dey admire some man big motoka wey dey pass with because we know say na thief. You know? But when you have the skill set, when you have, skills that are what? That are valuable, when not then at the country, you get them, you be able for create wealth. Because that is the era that we are. Skills. We have to ensure we build with manpower capacity, we build manpower with skill sets. Because that is the only way we can be able to create wealth. When you get skill, for example, if you're a plumber, you get able for open plumbing shop. It's small business. If I need plumbing service, I go to you, I pay you. And sometimes the money why they pay you for just one contract we do, I like you work for 6 months, you need to get as a salary. So that is how you'll be able to have excess liquidities and then you'll be able to have create wealth. And lastly, demonstrable change. Change that is demonstrable, we have to ensure change is demonstrable. This is the 10, these are the 10 guiding principles of Dr. Mara. That is part of the vision of New Hope. Gentlemen and ladies, get any leader of this country, we don't put this kind of document for people. Let us discuss it. All the candidates that we can, the Jagaban, the Lamabud, the Bangura, you name them, these guys that are trending. We had the policies. It's not to talk. Come with your policy, come with your vision. Let us see what you have for the people. Not for just kind of play member politics and the people that they suffer. So I think I will stop this program now because time don't make free. We'll continue again next week. Comrades of the APC, this now the program Build a New Hope. Me will bring an account on Ibrahim Sopah Kamara, politician of the APC. We no need recommendation. We first don't become an APC person for 2 and 2 as a party agent, as an aspirant. I don't do a whole lot for the party. I don't do a whole lot for the people. I ask that we do the needful for God and country. Dr. Mara is the solution to our problem, and let we avoid triviality when we discuss issues of governance. Then petty issues do not resolve the problem. Then tribal sentiment not resolve the problem. Then sentiment for say, now we been there from 1960. Anybody will come 10 years ago will not forget. You know, resolve the problem. You cannot do what you don't have. So I want to stop this program now today, and we'll meet again, God willing, by next week, Saturday. Thank you all, and see you. Bye bye.
We all are one, make we live together. Without peace, we don't go before. alone. When they say water, you say for brought you back. And inside you there, give peace a chance. Let me make alone. Anything you do, give peace a chance. Let me make alone. And inside you know, give peace a chance. Let me make alone. This is the temple that we make the country. All my property, not on land, you know.